What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another YouTube video. My name is Mike. I'm a full-time used media reseller. I go around to thrift stores, I do bulk buys, all that fun stuff. We are at the 50,000 square foot warehouse today because it is Monday. So the topic for today is, it's kind of going to be a juicy one for me. If, you know, I was back to nothing, would I start a used media reselling business in 2023 in today's, you know, environment? So that's going to be the topic. But as always, you know, we got eBay sales and Amazon merchant fulfilled sales from over the weekend. So we will cover the sales first, and then I'll kind of jump into my opinion on whether or not you should start a used media selling business in 2023. If you're interested in being around like-minded people, join the YouTube. We got weekly Zoom calls. I hang out every week, talk to everybody, troubleshoot any problems. And we also got a private Discord. I think we're almost to 100 members now, where everybody that's a part of the membership kind of brainstorms in there. A nice little meetup place. So if you're interested in that, hit the join button down below. It's only $2.99. Listen, you can write it off anyway. So stop being cheap and just join the channel and get in the Discord. So let's get into sales. We're going to cover eBay, then we will cover Amazon. And I do have some of both. No zero skunks this weekend, so let's get right on into it. All right, eBay sales first. We sold 3 items. Total is $118 before shipping and fees. So it was a good weekend on eBay. You guys know I only do 1 eBay listing a day. Nothing crazy with it. I have been listing more recently, just trying to get everything cleaned up around here because everybody's been trying to get rid of their stuff. So first up, we have The Vampire, a Bedside Companion. This seemed like it was a pretty cool book. I did have it listed for like 3 or 4 months. I'm surprised it took this long to sell. I did take an offer of $18. It's pretty cool. It's about like vampires, right? So old school, you know, no barcode, ISBN on the back. Pretty cool book. A comprehensive anthology of vampire stories. So I'm surprised. I thought for sure this would sell around Halloween, right? Vampires, Halloween. But I finally sold it, 18 bucks, not too shabby. Next up, we have a book from year 1903. Pretty sure that was the year Tommy Boy was born. Sucker. The Call of the Wild, 1903 by Jack London. Pretty cool book. If you see, like when I'm going through bulk buys, you see a cool cover like this. The color's still actually pretty good, even though it doesn't look it. If you look up other ones, usually this is all worn out and everything. Book's still in pretty good shape for, you know, being over 100 years old. Not sure exactly what it's about, but it sold for 25 bucks. So I'll make sure I get this in a box. Old stuff you can't, unfortunately. I know everybody, I try to say use bubble mailers, you know, keep it simple, but when you're shipping stuff like this it's over 100 years old, I always put it in a poly bag and put it in a box, just because I feel like, you know, if somebody's buying something this old, the condition probably is a huge factor, and you don't want them getting something that's all beat up. So 25 bucks out the door. And then the big eBay sale. I had this lot listed probably for close to a year now. It finally sold. It's a Black Reader Service Company. So it's a 24 book set lot. I do have the box here. I opened it just to make sure everything was still in there. Everything looked like it was in good shape. So I'm gonna grab one here and kind of just show you guys. There's 24 of these books in here. This one here is Williams Wordsworth. I'm pretty sure they're all different authors. We have Jonathan Swift, well known. So a lot of 24 of these sold for $75 free shipping. Shipping will probably cost us around 15 bucks. We'll maybe make, you know, $45, but I got these for free, right? So I'm not big with lots. A lot of people know, I don't know, they sit around for a while, they take up a lot of space. Well, Mike, you got a storage unit, you got plenty of space. Well, I don't want to deal with it, all right? So this is the last lot I have. Sure, if it's really profitable, then yes, 100% lot it up if it makes sense. But I kind of been steering clear of lots, so I'm glad this last one is gone, and I'm glad we got $75 free shipping. So that is it for the eBay sales. We are rocking and rolling over to Merchant Fulfilled, where we have 6 orders. So pretty good weekend on Amazon as well. I got them in order as always. I'm getting better at doing these videos, right? I've only been doing YouTube for like 10 years, and I'm finally figuring out, you know, how to just make things work a little bit smoother. So first up, we have Build Your Foundation. 6 must-have beliefs for constructing an unshakable Christian life. Super small paperback, sold for $6.70 plus $4 shipping, so a little bit over 10 bucks. Now, if you're at, like we'll say here, that's basically $10.70. Merchant fulfilled, you're probably still going to make close to $4 or $5, but if you were to FBA this, you're probably looking at closer to maybe $1, $2 profit, give or take. So little books like these, the smaller profit stuff has to go merchant fulfilled nowadays, but $10.70, not bad. Rolling on, we have a pretty cool book here. I actually showed this in a video probably about a month or so ago. Death from Afar, Volume 5, Marine Corps Sniping. This just seems like, you know, these guys probably, probably have seen a lot in their times. It is inscribed on the inside. I'm not sure exactly, you know, who it's inscribed from or whatever. Let me see here if it has their first names. Maybe it's actually the author's name. Possibly RJ Chandler, who knows, but it's Amazon, so like I always say, right, if it's signed, it really doesn't make a difference on Amazon. This sold for $30 plus shipping. Pretty cool book. Whoever gets this is going to appreciate it. It's still in great shape, so this is well above good condition, but I always say, what is it, under promise, over deliver. So good $30 sale there. Moving on, we even have a better sale, $36. A Life for Djembe, Traditional Rhythms of the Malinki. Always scan music books. Stuff like this sold for $36. It does say there's a CD, right? But I did list it as acceptable, no CD included, and I did undercut the price. The other listings on this were like $90, $100. So I put this up at $36, basically $40, no CD. We'll see if it gets returned. If it does, I'll just relist it. It's not a big deal, but $40 for this going out the door. Moving right along, $10.20. Communion, The Female Search for Love, super small paperback. Nothing exciting besides when you're out in the thrift store scanning and you see that used save sticker, you're like, oh yeah, this is about to be a come up. I'm about to make a whole bunch of money. Now, only 14 bucks and some change, but don't lie. When you see the sticker out, when you're scanning the shelves, you get excited when you see that. So that's done. All right, now we got 2 new DVDs to round off the weekend of sales. The Broken Wood Mystery Series 1, new sealed, sold for $28.53, almost the retail price at wherever this was, so not too shabby. New DVDs are just, they're banging on Amazon. I mean, you can sell anything new on Amazon DVD wise pretty quickly for pretty good money. So that was a good sale. And the next DVD, $13.88 plus $4. We have New York Ballet Workout. This was actually an FBA one that I had returned to me. It didn't sell for some reason FBA, but it sold pretty quickly. I just listed this over the weekend, $13.88 plus shipping. So that's going to do it for the sales. Now we get into the fun part. So would I start a used media business again, knowing what I know now? There's no definitive answer. I can't sit here and say 100% yes, and I can't say 100% no. So yes, we'll cover the yeses first. Your return on investment is high, so you can't beat it, right? When you spend a quarter, 50 cents, $1, and you turn it into 10, you're never going to beat that no matter what category you're selling in. But the other side to that is you have to have large quantities in stock available for sale to get your money back in a reasonable time, right? So if this is something where you need to get your money back quick, that's why I always say you shouldn't do credit cards, because you got to pay them off every month. With books, that's really not the thing. You're looking at, 3 to 6 months turnover on your money, which is fine if you have a large quantity available for sale. Now, starting out, it kind of can be, it's exciting. You're finding books, you're buying books, but you send them in and they're not all going to sell right away. That's just the reality of it. And I apologize if I've ever created kind of the mantra of, you know, you send in your books today and they'll be sold by the end of next week. That's not the reality of it. So books it's nice when it comes to your return on investment, but it can be cash flow like intensive, because you have to have thousands of books listed to make serious money with this. So when it comes to that aspect, there's good and bad. For me, the good outweighs the bad because I'm getting my inventory for so cheap. And that'll kind of take me into the next one. If you think you're going to get into sell and use media and your one goodwill down the road is going to be enough to support your business, you are absolutely wrong. Every single person that's a part of the Discord, everybody has out bulk buy ads. Everybody has different sources. I mean, most of us aren't relying on thrift stores anymore, and that's just the reality of the way the game has changed, the business has changed overall. So if you're thinking to yourself you're going to start today, you got 3 thrift stores and that's going to be good enough, it's not going to be good enough. That's why I kind of, push everybody to do things outside the box to get inventory to come to you. So that is something you have to be aware of. You can't just rely on thrift stores. You need to be doing bulk buys. You need to be doing everything. Another plug, join the channel. I got all kinds of templates, all that kind of stuff in the Discord for everybody to easily put out free ads and get the books that come to you. And that takes us to another thing. So if you are doing bulk buys and you do need large amounts of inventory, you have to have a plan to deal with it, okay? I'm gonna show you my mess here that I have to deal with this week. Every week's a mess, but it's a good mess because it's cheap inventory. We have here all boxes, probably 30 to 50 pound boxes of books. Over there is more books, DVDs. These are all bulk buys that I did. This is from online. These are all mystery boxes, so you'll see that video. I haven't even opened these up yet, but you have to realize you're dealing with a lot of weight and a lot of quantity. So when you get into this, when you start getting knee deep, right, everybody, where can I buy pallets? Where can I buy, pallets and gaylords and truckfuls of books? Well, listen, I mean, that life might look good, it might seem good, but it's just you, right? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with all the books that ain't worth it? What are you gonna do with all the books that are destroyed? Everything, all the damaged stuff. You have to have a plan. A lot of people get into books because it's the easiest way, but you don't realize as you want to get the numbers you want to get to, it's going to take a lot of work. And unfortunately, yeah, you can go in thrift stores and scan books, but that's only going to get you to a point where you kind of plateau out, especially if your thrift stores suck. You have to be doing these kind of bulk buys and things on the side to bring the inventory to you. So overall, if I had to choose, like if you said, Mike, you got to choose red or green pill, whatever, I would start this business again today. I would just do things differently. I would be more aggressive with getting out right away, doing free ads, free pickup ads, paying by the pound, paying by the CD, DVD. I would push that mainly and kind of let the thrift stores supplement that. That's kind of what I'm doing now. Thrift stores, they exist. I go to them, I cherry pick, but the bulk of my business is buying from other individuals through my free ads. So that's kind of what I would focus on if I had to go back and do it all. Sure, it can be overwhelming, but once you get the processes in place of where every book has a place to go, it's either going in that pile, or that pile. It makes it a lot easier. You have to keep the inventory moving. And by moving, I mean out of your way. So you don't want to be seeing this, like if I come back in 3 weeks and these are still here, I mean, that's terrible, right? I don't want to see these boxes for any longer than I have to. And it's easy to kind of crush yourself with inventory with media because there's so much of it out there and you can get so much of it for cheap. There's people in the group that are crushing it right now, buying storage units full of CDs, and buying thrift stores full of books, literally. I mean, it's crazy what I'm seeing out there, but those individuals have a plan in place so that those books and those CDs are not just sitting there, right? They're scanning them, it's going in a pile. At the end of the week, all the piles are gone and we can start again, right? You're always looking at fresh inventory. You don't have piles and piles of it sitting around. That's how you lose. That's how you lose your morale. That's how you lose your business because you're deflated about how things have gone. So that's it. If it was me, I would 100%, maybe 99.5% start again, but I would do things a lot differently. You have to be different. It's different now than it was when I started, 3, 4, 5 years ago. You gotta be always changing with the way the economy is changing. The platforms are changing. You always have to be willing to pivot your business. You can't expect to start something today and it be the same and have the same success years down the road. You always have to be changing. So as always, I appreciate y'all watching. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more used book videos. Bye-bye.